Prapancheshwari. The fourth Mahavidya, Bhuvaneshwari, carries this title that preserves a deep tension in Indian spiritual thought. Is multiplicity a fall from truth, or is it an expression of truth? Prapancha is formed of two Sanskrit components. Pra is fourth, forward, and Panch means five. Prapancha expresses the expansion of manifested reality from the five elements into forms until the forms are all that you can ordinarily perceive in all directions. Now, if you've read this word only in the Sanskrit texts, it might sound so exotic, right? But the word moved into all those languages that share deep layers of vocabulary with Sanskrit. Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, Telugu, and many more languages. Now, when the word moved into lived languages, it was not just used in philosophical or cosmological contexts. It was used to express more honestly the gravity of how it often feels like being in this multiplicity. One body, many labels, one mind, multiple demands for its attention, our awareness scattered across our debt, our parents' aging, social expectations, and whatnot. In Marathi, this distinction is hardened into a saying that goes like Prapancha ani Paramartha, the worldly reality versus the ultimate reality. So you can sense the suspicion that is echoed across traditions too. In Advaita, the manifested reality is a superimposition upon the non-dual ground, and it dissolves upon realization. In Buddhism, the goal of the practice is Nishprapancha, which is synonymous with Nibbana. So the verdict is that Prapancha keeps you from being free, and the solution is transcendence. Tantra asks, what is transcendence transcending? Because here, the movement of consciousness is not outside consciousness. So if you are trying to escape it, you are trying to escape the movement of your own awareness, the unfolding of your awareness. This is why Bhuvaneshwari as Prapancheshwari is so radical, because she's the sovereign of this manifested reality. The field, the space itself is Devi. And she's described as being so beautiful that Shiva opens his third eye to behold her, not to see through her, but to see her completely. Beauty is a mode of recognition, and this beauty includes the severed heads, the Shamshana, cremation ground. So the point is not to just be comfortable with how the world appears, but to see it so deeply that it starts revealing what was concealed.